Hi, I'm Jonny Swift, a Google Ads Specialist, and today we're going to talk about TCPA, also known as Target CPA on Google Ads. But just before we get started, if you want a free Google Ads audit, just see the link in the description and I will do you a customized video audit just for you to look over your Google Ads account and give you actionable insights. But now let's get into the video. So like I mentioned in the introduction, TCPA means Target CPA, and basically it is the target cost per acquisition that you're going for on your Google Ads account. Normally this should be a number that is profitable for your business. For example, if your margins say you need to target a £5 CPA, so each order costs around £5 on average, then that would be a profitable thing for your business. So you want to put your target CPA as that number. So in that case, if we want to target £5, I am going to put £5 as the CPA on my Google Ads account. But this is easier said than done. There are a few potential issues when it comes to the target CPA. For example, if you put a number too low, sometimes your Google Ads account can struggle to spend your budget because you are giving it basically a target that is too low. So what I would recommend to do from the start is maybe go a little bit higher on the target CPA and gradually move it down by 10%, 20% to get it as low as possible whilst maintaining the spend that you want to go after. Another thing about TCPA as well is that you need some good conversion data to make it worthwhile. For example, if you have a new Google Ads account, you might want to start on max conversions just for the start, because otherwise if you give it a TCPA where Google doesn't have your data, it might struggle to spend your budget, which can be an issue to get it off the ground. But if you basically have around 30 to 40 conversions per month, you should use TCPA because you can get more out of your Google Ads budget whilst doing so. And you should always use Google's automated bidding strategies when you can, because they work the best when it comes to your Google Ads account, especially long term. If you're wondering what the difference is between TCPA and ROAS is, TCPA is normally a pound figure. For example, like I said, if you want to get each conversion around £5, so it takes into account how to get the most conversions out there for your money, where ROAS is basically looking more about bringing in revenue. For example, if you have 200% ROAS, it's basically trying to get, for every £1 you spend on your Google Ads account, £2 back. So it might take into account what is more expensive on your website, that sort of thing, where TCPA just tries to get as many conversions as possible onto your account, especially for your budget. So now we've talked about that, let's have a look on Google Ads and find out how you can change it within your campaign. And it has to be a campaign setting rather than each individual ad group. So the area where to find TCPA on Google Ads, first of all, go to the campaign. I'm just going to select this one, for example. Click on the cog setting, and once that is loaded in, just go to bidding. And for example, this is an incorrect one that you just set, which is the clicks. And here you will go to this drop down here and click on Target CPA, aka TCPA. And here you can select what you want to target. Like I said, I would recommend try to go to the top end. It might not be entirely profitable at the start for your business, but maybe just give it a number where you think is worthwhile for your business. For example, you've got the conversions coming in from the past, and now it's time to set your target CPA. For example, in this case, imagine if I say £100 per order is exactly what I want to target. You can just put £100 on here, or £1 or £10, whatever niche you are in, depends how expensive it is. Just set this and then click on save afterwards. And it's as easy as that. There are a few things that you need to remember. You need to remember that this is campaign level only, so it doesn't take into account ad groups separately. And also, if you have many campaigns within your Google Ads account, you need to set each one differently. So if you set one campaign target CPA, not all of them will follow suit. You need to go to each campaign and set it there. And that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you've learned what target CPA means. And if you want a free Google Ads audit, just get in touch in the description and just click on the link, fill out the form, and I will look at your Google Ads account free. And also like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I do lots of Google Ads content that you might find useful. Thank you.